And we are competing with armed robbers and the bandits to recruit from the youths who are unemployed. 33% unemployed.
Good morning, Nigeria. Hope you all slept well. Of course, today is the third day of the nationwide protest. But before I start bringing you guys updates from today's protest, I would like us to throw it back a bit to 2023 before the presidential election. I just want to show you a few clips of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and this is going to crack you up so bad. You know, people saw this and people still went ahead and vote him. And of course, I said something in one of my videos. I said people like myself who didn't support this administration, who didn't actually go with the flow of Yoruba person must be the president, they called us bastards. And I begin to get some comments from Tinubu supporters saying, of course, you are still a bastard. No, I'm not a bastard. My name is Ayotade from Ekiti State. Before we proceed, I think we should just stop calling them Tinubu supporters. You know, I found some interesting names for them. We can call them the Agbadorians, since it's all about Agbado. Or we can call them the Ronukus, since it's all about Ronu. But I think the best name that suits them is Bat Idiots. You know, they said they were batified, but they are Bat Idiots. Or maybe just call them the Abobaku of Lagos. If you're a Yoruba person, you understand the meaning of Abobaku. You know, in the old Yoruba culture, there's someone they usually make Abobaku, which means if the king dies, that same person dies with the king. You understand? So you can refer to them as Abobaku of Lagos, since they want to die with their king. It's okay. Remember, we didn't start this insult thing, you know. We were just peaceful people saying, of course, you can go ahead and vote for your candidate, but we are not in support. But they started throwing insults, calling us bastards, you know. But it's obvious today who the bastard is. You know, of course, we all know who the bastards are. You see people who lack human feelings. Of course, they are animals, so just call them political dogs.
And we are competing with armed robbers and the bandits to recruit from the youths who are unemployed. 33% unemployed. Recruit 50 million youths into the army and the other thing. Take away from their recruitment source. What they will eat? Cassava, Agbado, corn in the morning, yam in the afternoon. It's growing here. You create demand and consumption. For over 5 million army of boot camps. We create our food. That's money for the farmers. That's consumption for the soldiers and skill development. Don't call them illiterate. Don't talk about illiteracy. Anybody who can own gun, who can handle gun, who can cock gun and clean the chamber and cock and shoot is technically competent to repair a tractor in the farm.
70 years old man.
I don't want to sit here and reveal all my strategy. I am the first speaker among the three of us running. So they will spy on me. So you will have a limited answer here today. Another day you can bring me back. But that's part of what I do.
We reduce the purchasing power of the people, we can further slow down the economy. Let's widen the tax net. Those who are not paying now, if it is inclusive of Bola Tinubu, let the net get bigger and we take in more taxes, and that is what we must do. The transmission line is a super highway. For generated electricity and power. They could not even make a down payment for a roasted corn.
Did you guys see those videos where it was just mumbling and I don't know? It made it obvious from onset that it wasn't going to be accountable, but people still went ahead and voted him, because even before the presidential election, his spokesperson was, I think, Festus Kayemo or Festus Kayemumu. He came out to say their presidential candidate is not going to be available for a presidential debate or any debate scheduled for the future. They made it clear from onset that, look, we are not going to be accountable. That look, we are going to be useless. That look, it's going to be business as usual. People who came out and say, oh, we are going to build on Buhari's foundation. We are going to, we are going to take it from where Buhari, stopped. Where did Buhari stop? At that point when Buhari stopped, Buhari was the worst thing that has happened to Nigeria, at least since 1999. These people came out and say, we are going to take it from where Buhari stopped. That should give you a clue, that they want to build on destruction. And if you build on a destroyed foundation, what do you expect? The building is going to collapse if the foundation is so weak, If Nigeria was still the same Nigeria before Bola Ahmed Tinubu, all this chaos wouldn't be happening. Even though we know things was tough, but we are still managing, and that has been our problem for years, because we keep adjusting. I tell you one thing today: if Nigerians, or if majority of Nigerians today are able to afford petrol at 1,000 per liter, they wouldn't care about the rest. But today they care so much because it's affecting everyone. Why not adjust as usual? Why not stay selfish as we used to? A few days ago, remember the president's wife came out to say, oh, look at my vegetables. I told you guys, farming is amazing. Of course, we know farming is amazing. Without farming, how do we exist as people? We know. But what you are yet to tell us is how you planted vegetables and you harvested vegetables in just space of how many days? Less than 2 weeks. And the last time you were planting vegetables, maybe you were planting tomatoes, I don't know, but you ended up harvesting ugu. There's this proverb in Yoruba, I really can't remember the proverb, which translates to, you cannot plant ugu and harvest bananas. But the first lady planted ugu and she harvested coconut. What a miracle. I think maybe she should just help her husband to make the country better, since she can perform such miracle in a very short period of time. So you all call him master strategic, and just 1 year in office, everything is in shambles. Look at the country. People can't even afford 1 square meal. Gari was like the cheapest commodity in Nigeria. Today, Nigerians can't even afford Gari anymore. That is your master strategic. Of course, it's just 1 year. 3 more years to go, which means there's still a lot of time, to fix the country. We are waiting for him to prove us wrong. because some of us don't think it's gonna make it happen. But eventually, if it makes it happen, we will still come out and say, "Wow, we were not familiar with your games. Wow, it's truly a master strategic." But for now, your master strategic has been a failure, total failure, and you all should be ashamed of yourselves. We are talking about Nigeria, our country. You guys are being partisans. You are being selfish. How about you being open-minded? How about you coming out to say, "Oh my God, we didn't know it was going to turn out this way. We thought it was going to get the job done. Forgive us." But for you guys to be bold enough to still be throwing it in our faces that this is the best thing that has happened to us, that this is the best thing we can get as Nigerians, all of you are mad. Ẹ ti ya wèrè. Wèrè aláṣọ. You know what wèrè aláṣọ is? Someone that is mad, but is still able to, afford clothing. So you won't know he's a madman because he's still working in the community. He still has his clothes on and, wèrè aláṣọ. That is what you guys are. All these bad idiots. Agbadorians. Ronukus. Thank you guys and see you on the next one. Peace out.